Game ready mode that you've got your helmet on here, practice one, is that what it's about?
I thought we were playing a game today, so I came ready to play. You never know.
How long were you waiting for today, and how good did it feel when you got out there?
Oh, man. Since spring was over, just to get, back in the groove of things, right back on the grass. So, it was a good first day, good starting point for us. Just get back in there, watch film, correct some things we did good, and also just look at some things we might have did well as same as well.
You may have noticed you got a little attention with this move to Missouri, but you really are Missouri's quarterback now, 4 weeks from the first game. What are your thoughts as you get ready to lead this team for your one season as a Tiger at Mizzou?
Oh, man, just take it day by day. Don't try to look too far ahead of things. There's a lot of buzz and excitement, around here, around this team. It's a good thing to have. But, like I said, just take it one day at a time and just focus on, what's at hand and, control what I control. And then, ultimately, if we do all that, then, we'll be in the right spot, come the first game at Wyoming.
Is it almost like a kid at Christmas to look around, come in with all these weapons offensively?
Oh, man, yes. Just looking across the board. And then what's even better, on the other side of the ball, have a bunch of guys on that side of the ball that can make plays and, change the game as well. So it's good, that you have weapons on both sides of the ball.
Kelly, you didn't get to play with Albert a whole lot in the spring. Now that you are, what do you see in him? What can you do for this offense?
I mean, just watching film on him. When I was making my decision to come here with Coach Dooley, then also in the spring, I got a few reps with him, and also just building that chemistry, just right out the gate. He's a guy that's going to be really special in this offense, and he's done really good ultimately leading up to this point. So I know he's ready, to get back going.
Have you played with a pass catcher kind of as versatile as him?
Was my freshman, sophomore year. He kind of reminds me of Jordan Leggett a little bit. Big guy, can line up in position out there. So that's what he kind of reminds me of.
What do you make of what was your reaction going into the new south end zone?
Oh, man, that junk is crazy. That's like by far the best I've seen. So, it's really neat because they're not even done with it fully. So just seeing like what they have done and what's functional right now, it's just like, wow, they really took their time into it. I try to go by and see all the workers and tell them thank you because, I know that took a lot to go into. They're working really hard to get it finished for us, for this season.
What can Jalen Knox bring to this offense? We saw it last year, but I think he thinks he has a lot more he can do, and you haven't played with him yet. What have you made of?
Just looking at him, he's very confident now. Last year was his first year playing receiver because he played in high school, he played running back, and a little bit of quarterback. So last year had a pretty good year. That's the year he was learning things, but now he's had that year on his belt. He's very confident, in his routes in his hands, and just him getting the ball out in space has been really, good to see out there in spring and also in summer and now just today. So, very confident guy now.
Seems like you haven't had any problem connecting with guys here. What's the chemistry like here before the season's even started?
Man, the guy's hungry. It would be easy to say we got a chip on our shoulder, but it's more like a boulder. And, those guys, just so eager, high energy guys, and I feel like I fit in well with them. They're going to challenge me and I'm going to challenge them as well.
Kelly, how much can you kind of set the tone in practice? You're a pretty loose guy out there and try to make it fun for everybody else. I
mean, the biggest thing I just said before we broke it down, just make sure every day we out here, we just bring the energy. So that's just been, my vocal point message I've been preaching, bring the energy whenever we're out here. Just don't want to be going through the motion, just let it one day just slip us and go by. So, this has been my message, just trying to make sure that, I got the energy I'm matching to those guys as well.
Kelly, you've kind of said you wanted to challenge yourself with an offense that maybe was a little bit outside your comfort zone. What are the things that you feel like you're still learning and you can really hone in during this camp?
Just biggest thing, just like the scheme for us, run blocking. And, it's all, good to know the different, how their pass protection and all that, just, how we're going to block a certain front, in the run game. So that's just been, things I've been trying to focus on, just little things like that where I can have more bit of understanding.
Kelly, what brings you with the helmet out here?
Hey, I just want to be different, I'm going to say the face to the last day, so y'all get to see the face the last day of camp.
Kelly, you're mostly watching from the sidelines, but what have you seen from the defense on the two side?
Man, those guys flying around making plays. You look up, those guys making plays, like I said, those guys are very smart. You can tell the work they put in since spring and also in the summer, so, it's been good because they're going to challenge you, also you're going to challenge them as well.
Where do you think you've grown since the spring going into fall camp?
Just confidence in the offense. I don't feel like this is my first time going into the offense like in the spring. And so I'm more confident. I know where to go with the balls, just being able to make checks and stuff like that. Just being a more confident player, and it just makes a whole world of a difference, when you're out there. This is not the first time you're going through it.
What do you think of the barbershop?
We are looking for a barber right now. Aubrey Miller supposed to be in there, but his hours a little, ain't flexible right now. So we're going to have to find us a barber.
Kelly, what do you think of the new South End Zone complex? Haven't moved in there yesterday.
Man, it's nice. Like I was saying, it's state of art for me. It's not even finished, so it just goes to show that they still can add more. They're gonna be adding more things